Hello, 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 folks. This is my pop. Okay. Hi. If I look frazzled, it's because I am frazzled. So, I'm going to level with you guys, tell you about what's up, and then we're going to get right to the game because I want to get this game done and over with. It's been an experience, and I've loved every minute, but I want to move on to something different now. That one's done. All right. So, in case you didn't, you weren't around for the stream on Friday, was not able to finish Final Fantasy IV. Mostly due to the fact that there was just more to it than I expected. As you would have learned if you were watching or if you viewed it. Which it's available on YouTube and on VOD, so you can go check it out if you want. What was I going to say? Yeah, there was a lot more involvement than I expected. One of the ultimate weapons held me up. Dude, captions break already, for crying out loud. Yeah, so one of the ultimate weapons held me up for longer than I expected. I attempted it once without the ultimate weapon that I missed out on, thinking I'll just push through. That didn't work out. I figured if I could get through everything up to this point just on stubbornness and tenacity alone, it should have worked. It did not. The main thing is that I start the final battle on my heels, and I can't do that. I cannot do that, because if I do that, then I'm pretty much screwed for the rest of the battle, which is probably what helped me up in previous runs. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to get because of how the saves work in the last dungeon, my mission tonight is to get the last ultimate weapon, go back to the save point, save there, grind out some levels, actually follow the recommended level guide, which was given to me before I started the last stream, and go from there. The goal for level is at least 55 average, which I think is feasible on this stream, with the way that I've been getting that I've been hitting levels in this dungeon. So we're gonna actually do the second level grind in this playthrough that I've had to go through, like actual level grind, and not like grind for money or me just being stubborn. We're gonna do things the way that God intended. So we'll have that. I suspect, seeing as we don't have Star here tonight, that we're going to have just a very chill and laid back stream. So we're going to treat this as more of a for YouTube deal. So we're going to get right to it. I was hoping to get an impromptu stream out today where we could see my first public attempt at Apex, which I've been getting slowly better at. But Kiddo stayed home today because we had a cold snap here. Now, when I say cold snap, I mean like it's been cold here. It's winter. But we recently got our first snow, and that wasn't the coldest it's been here. Today was the coldest it's been since winter started, by a long shot. And the wind was absolutely insane. So Kiddo had to stay home today. I mean, didn't have to necessarily, but I felt personally myself, and I think Star agreed with me that it's just not worth the risk where our daughter is concerned, seeing she's almost 4. So we just decided it wasn't worth the risk. So like I said, I'm a little frazzled, I'm tired, and I'm like in the perfect condition to not be bothered by the grind. So when it's like only slightly frustrating, because it's kind of how the day's been. So yeah, now my daughter's been very high energy, is very like very happy, very positive, like very rambunctious though too, very energetic, very let's go do this, let's go do that, no I don't want to do this, didn't you understand me, that kind of stuff. So she's been a hard act to follow for sure. But I stayed on top of it, so I figured, hey, what's a little more of that with a 32-year-old video game, and a version of the game that is technically 22 years old, but the original of this was 32 years old. All right, let's stop beating around the bush here. Actually, sorry, this version of the game is 22 years old. This particular translation, I should say. Anywho, let's get right on top of it, so that way we can go ahead and switch to that, and then go with that, and then go into the game and go with that. Okay, so I'm at the very last save point. Before I'm gonna want that moved over just a smidge, tad. We better there? Yes, we are. All right, we are at the very last save point before the last boss. However, there's some content, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head out, like I said before, get the last ultimate weapon, and then head back to the save point. So that way, if we end up in a spot where we don't end up beating the last boss this time around, we will not have to do this again in the future. And now that I know what is required, like, to get there and come back, I'm gonna just dump everything on this guy, or on this run, so this particular stretch, to the ultimate weapon and back. It'll help with some of the experience required as well. So that was like a 1 round go, which is good for a gold dragon anyways. Alright, we got some items to pick up here too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, I remember how this goes. Alright, so we're going to treat, I think a good way to look at this is to treat this as every battle is basically a boss battle, and just kind of go at it from there. With any luck, that'll get me in a mentality where basically every battle counts. Ah, shit. Right, reflect. Just kind of pooched ourselves there. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but yeah, I know. It basically nullifies like 1 hit entirely. Okay, that's not terrible. Also, thank goodness for getting Bahamut, eh? Like, really saved my bacon there. So who's getting that one? Kane, alright. Oh, good. His curative spells are at least weaker than mine are. That's always good news. Jesus Christ, dude. Can you die? Is this battle even worth dropping all of this in? I guess we're gonna find out. 10,000 experience, that's not terrible. Considering, like, right now, let's take our highest level guy, which is, of course, King. In order to level up, he's got 63,000. Nobody said this grind was gonna be easy. Grinding ain't easy. Name of our 6th day. I went through so many high potions just now, like, Jesus, man. Alright. Sure. I hate that guy, but 10,000 experience is not nothing. Oh, speaking of not nothing. Is this the type of Bahamut that just, for some reason, just takes more damage? Probably has more HP as a result, too, but yeah, this is one that just takes more damage. Alright, cool. Or they all do, and I just got stronger. I mean, tomato, right? Which, I mean, is always a good sign when I'm not struggling with behemoths, but, you know. Never not a struggle. Can Rosa get a turn, please? Oh, sure. I pull the Cure 4 and you're like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm gonna do some... what a dry ether, right? Yeah. Bip bop boop. And then just because it's easier. I was gonna do it. You're not keeping me from doing it. Is that everybody? I mean, we could put some Cure 2s or something. We just oh, yeah, that did do it. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, so I don't even have to go down an additional floor. I can definitely dump everything into this then. So I can see the pedestals for the next ultimate weapon, right? Well, you'll see in a second. And I don't even have to use a ton of, whatchamacallit? A ton of dry ethers either, which is always optimal. So I don't think I'll use this floor to grind just yet because there's too many enemy types that are just desperate battles at this point, which is probably a sign that I probably should have been grinding to begin with, but I had ultimate weapons to get. I had to push my limits, man. Easy peasy. Yeah, these battles aren't gonna be too bad for experience. Like, Kane's already down to 44 grand. What's that put him at? 6. Okay, so I can say each level's probably gonna take about 5 to 10 battles, approximately, which isn't terrible, considering I'm trying to get a level average of 55 or more. And right now, with the battling I've been doing on this stream, we are at nope, 263 5 by 5. So we are at roughly 53 right now. So that's not a huge push. I should have done this before, yes, and I shouldn't have run away from as many battles as I have on the last stream, but here we are, and this is what we have. I still can't get over that. Can't get over that he Ray does like next to nothing right now, which is great. Oh, nice crit there, Edge. Nice crit. Tornado was learned. Alright, that was a spell we got on the last stream when we had to reverse because, you know, save points, what have you. Alright, so let's get prepared. Just to be safe. Still didn't get everybody. Jesus. Alright. And then dry ethers all around. I can't necessarily remember. I think that's Ogo Pogo is the name of that one. This one I just have to go hard at. I have beat it before. I think I did it twice on the last stream. Because again, the proximity of this to the last boss, I figured it was kind of a what do you call it? A shoo-in. Did you actually think that people... Oh yeah, we already talked about this. Alright, let's fucking go. No. Okay, yeah, this is the one that is just a straight up, like... Oof, man. Okay, and we's already in a special kind of trouble. But we can get around this. We can get ahead of it. We're good. It's just getting ahead of it that could prove to be tricky. I literally think this is just like full offensive and healing at this point. To try and do anything else is just will waste the healer's time, because unfortunately buffs and debuffs are also controlled, well, okay, usable debuffs are also controlled by one party member. So basically, if I try and debuff on this turn, or on any turn where Rose is essentially usable, I lose a chance at healing. If I lose a chance at healing, that could be it. That could be game over, so we're not taking that chance. If that means that it becomes a battle of attrition, then so be it. If that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. Let's just do a normal fight. Pain, because you need to be healed. You actually might not make it through, so... Yeah, you definitely will not. It's okay. You've got life too. You can deal with this. You see what I mean? Like, now I've got to revive Kane. I mean, I suppose I could have done that with somebody else, but didn't matter, so it all worked out. 12,000 experience. We got the main, and now we're headed back to the save point. That was actually much quicker than I was expecting, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get a cure 4 out of Rosa.
Rosa, 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 oh yeah, beautiful Rosa.
Alright, we good there. We don't really have a mana emergency just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and head back. We're also going to equip the weapon we just got, because that's the smart thing to do. Oh. 13-point jump probably wasn't the difference maker, but I'll pretend that it was. It was an easy enough battle. It was not stressful. It was just, you know, I know what needs to be done, so let's just do it. Kind of a deal. Whoops. Those were a finger slip. Oh, hey! Free experience. I always enjoy that. Alright. I'm gonna take this moment to check my phone, because I haven't had that in front of me pretty much all day. Oh boy. Go ahead and pretty much don't care. Yeah, most of the notifications I get on my phone are pretty much like nonplussed. I do not care about them. And we're done. Wow, that was... Oh, okay, that was Gil that I got, not experience. It was like 10,000 Gil for a free battle? Yes, please. If I could just get that every time, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so I would have avoided this battle before. I'm not gonna run from a battle like this. We're gonna go all in. We're gonna keep it close to the save point, and we're just gonna grind it out. Because now it's just about numbers. Easy peasy, right? 11,000 experience for that, though. That makes these battles, or at least that one in particular, no more or no less worth it than the battles in the level below with the glass floors. Which means, technically, staying on this floor is just as productive. Give me 2 seconds, folks. I'm gonna go grab myself a pop, and then I'll come back here, and we'll get started. we back? We are back. Okay. I am loaded with a pop now. Had to pull one out of the case because I haven't refilled the stuff in the fridge. I have one of those like pop tray things, so you pull one out and they all slide forward. It's really cool. Okay. This is one of those times where banter would be really helpful. But alas, we do not have the banters. Oh sure, the re-thing is gonna work now, is it? Okay. Ha, nice. I see you thinking about hitting me. The whole idea behind staying close to the save point is the fact that instead of relying on stuff like dry ethers to keep my MP up, I can use a tandem of cottages and tents, so that way it's a little less draining on my resources to do this grind. I'm saying, just saying, Pepsi, toss me a few bucks. I drank enough of your stuff on stream. Oof. Cecil coming in clutch again. Yeah, that was not really a productive battle, but it was also super easy, so I'll take it. So let's say 8,000, 3,000. So probably looking at 10 plus battles in order to consider. We just get this battle party every time. And what this also does too, because by virtue of how the battles work in these games, if it doesn't work out, that grinding levels out, and I'm still stuck, I'll have a ton of gil gained from my grinding, which means I can leave this place, go buy some more stuff, be more prepared, come back. Though I'm pretty sure at this point, I can get down to the final save point without much trouble. Oh god. Like, I know that's really the only enemy in this entire dungeon where Cecil can do quad 9s too, but holy shit. It's so nice. It's so satisfying. kind of glad I don't put viewer counts on my stream anymore. It's bad enough that I'm tempted to. Hey! So, don't know if we have any hockey fans in the house. But Marc-Andre Fleury officially passed Patrick Waugh for second in all-time wins, which is a great deal for me because Marc-Andre Fleury is a much better person, in my opinion, than Patrick Waugh is. And you can go ahead and fight me about that one if you don't like my opinion. Because I will die on that hill every day. I think Patrick Waugh is a talented player, or he was a talented player. I have no idea what he's like now. He was a very extremely talented, and for his time, kind of unorthodox. Like, he wasn't quite like Martin Brodeur or Dominik Hasek unorthodox, but he was like, how to put it, he was his own grade. Like, he started before I think both of those goalies really took off. So I don't know. He's a very talented hockey player, but just a garbage human being sometimes. I don't like him. Like, just personally, I don't like him. Ugh. If I could just stop getting spammed by obvious sex bots, that'd be great. Okay. Now we get to the entertaining part of the stream. To compensate for the exciting gameplay action, I will now strip down and enter into a hot tub. I will not. Before the Eagles home in on that and go, nope. Not that they should really care for a streamer that only has technically one viewer, and I think that's because I'm in my stream manager. Like, oh, this is gonna be super slow, isn't it? He's about halfway to another level, I guess. I'm like 3 steps away from going on memory cursor, taping down my freaking button, and just going. It would make for an incredibly boring stream, and I'm not doing that. I actually thought about if I was going to do an impromptu stream today, that it would just be me grinding out levels, because I didn't want grinding to happen on stream, but, well, life didn't really give me much of a choice in that matter, so I'm here now. We got a couple of levels there, I think. Yes. Puts us a little bit closer. So. Whoops. Well, we jumped up a little bit. Jumped basically 1.5 average points. So we're almost at 54 on average. We're 53.8. I think we're at a good point though when I can basically auto out all the battles on this floor without even being threatened. I haven't had to heal myself since coming back up, basically. Which means I'm probably a couple of levels short from the next level being a nothing burger challenge as well. What we're looking at too, that I have to keep in mind is not just defense levels, though that will help. We're looking, pardon me, we're looking at the damage dealt. So Big Bang, which is like Zeromus's claim to fame as a final boss. His whole shtick there is that it ignores a lot of defenses, basically. So while your defense will help, it won't help as much as it would with other attacks. I also learned something new. Zeromus has a set HP level, but unbeknownst to you, that HP level actually can reset through the course of the battle as it changes phases, which sucks, but shit happens, I guess. So the whole idea, what you want to do, is instead of proceeding through phases as you normally would, you would want to drop as much damage as possible to go from, I think it was like 65,000 down to between 17 to 12,000 as quickly as possible before it changes phases. If you can manage to do that, then the HP won't reset, and your battle is basically done. Honestly, at that point, if you're managing that, though, like, is it even... do you even really need that benefit? Oh, pardon me. Oh boy. Wow, 2 steps. Okie dokie. You want to die that badly? I'll be more than happy to oblige. also apologize for the no people that are here right now for getting off to a late start. Today or tonight was just our plans were in the hands of other people, and those other people kind of fumbled. Now, one of those people, can't really blame him because my daughter's a toddler, so shit happens there, but the other people involved, not so much. So I'm gonna take a quick run to the floor below and see how well that goes. We're gonna save first, of course, because the grind on this level is asinine. For me. Bye. These sections are small enough that honestly, I could blow right through them. I do not want to though. What I want to do is to just dumpster some enemy parties here and get as much experience for them as possible. Yeah, still getting kind of pounded here. Specifically, so Rydia doesn't get a level. Poor Rydia. Our single hardest hitter regularly in this party, thanks to her getting Bahamut. But outside of that, just... pardon me. Oh, nice. never really adhered to, you know, making more or making my black spells more powerful by using reflect in tandem. While that's true, it's also a lot of effort that doesn't always pay off right away. And son of a bitch. That's right. We gotta use items. Dirt. 900, I can deal with that. Okay, so that wasn't god-awful. Still not as good as the 2-dragon combo that's supposed to be, like, super threatening. I gotta find a way to stay with it, because I'm starting to nod off already, and that's not good. I'm barely 1 hour into this. Maybe I'll take a brief break after we go back and save once. Oh man, that could have been a very different battle if I had not had any semblance of being able to stay with it. Holy hell. Oh. Okay, what are we at now? So Kane and Kane and Cecil are both level 56 now. Pretty just falling behind. Oh, this bitch. You know what? If I could just battle everything but this particular one, that'd be great. Can we? Okay. Just gonna end up losing the battle if I try and continue to run, so. Fucking hell. Listen. I know I was trying to run, but that doesn't mean I forfeit all of my fucking turns. kinda need Rydia. Rydia is important. Oh man. So much confidence is not a good idea. I think we might forego the standard being the average. Level needs to be... Fuck, I forgot about that. I'm gonna forget about this too. Oh, no, that worked. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna forego the average. Thank goodness. I'm gonna forego the average level being 55 or higher, and think we'll just try and get Rydia to level 55. See if that's a feasible thing that we can do on stream here. Oh yeah. I'm out of it. But I have absolutely nothing going on. Oh man, it's like running on empty. Okay, let's see what the status is. Okay, Rydia is almost leveled up. I'll check averages when I get to the save point. Should only need about 2 battles to get Rydia up, unless we either... No, we're not going to do it in this one. I probably messing this experience up right now, but thankfully it's not terribly embarrassing. No, we're heading to a safe spot. Don't use items that you don't have to. Shit. That's what we like to call my hubris. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Oh. There's Rydia's level. Is this fully charged or what? Yeah, it is. Nothing's really trying to bother me anyways. Okay. Let's check averages now. Whoops. Okay. So. Let's try this again. Alright. We are almost at 55, like quite literally since the last save, we got one whole average point. Let's save again, just because I can't recall if I did. Oh man. Okay, I think one more go round in the next floor will get us a level or two, and that should be enough to bring our average up. I know I said Rydia, but I don't know if I have two more of her levels. That's 180,000 experience minimum. That means like 18 of those battles from the next level, and I don't know if I have it in me. And not because like they're difficult or anything, I'm just a sleepy boy. A weezy boy. If you're lurking and you stuck it through the ads, thank you. I appreciate you. Still nothing though. Very chill stream. What is the loneliest number that you'll ever do? Two is the loneliest number. Loneliest number since the number one. Okay, wow. Alright. What is my party at? I need to pay more attention, and I just can't because... Oh, hey, Hawk. Don't apologize, man. I appreciate that you came in and you said hi. It'll make the grind a little bit easier, so I appreciate you. Now that we've got somebody in the chat. No, you did not. I have been grinding out levels. We are very close to where we need to be. Or, well, where I'd like to be. Level-wise. We saved the last ultimate weapon. And most battles are like a freaking joke right now. Like, so much so that because I really haven't had anybody in the chat, I've been coming in and out of consciousness and I've still been rocking it. Like, that's how good these battles have been going. Your last word? Oh, yeah. That's usually how it goes. Famous last words indeed. My goal is to have an average level of 55 or higher, and right now my last check was 54.8. So my thing was to just wait until, or make one pass at this level that I'm on now, head back to the save point. Oh, last sword. Yeah, we got the mass main. And then I saved, so all I gotta worry about is grinding. And I've actually saved a couple of times since then too. The only battle I've really been avoiding is the one with that machine head type thing. You are at home tonight. Good shit. Good to hear. No distractions. We like that. Evil Mask. Yeah, whatever it's called. This thing. Apparently in this version it's called Phase. And yet again will not let me. Got to take the youngest to show today. What do you mean by that? Oh, is that the name of the show that you took your youngest to? I'm not too keen on movies or anything like that, so I might have mistaken something for something. Car show in Philly. Okay, fair enough. Nice crit edge. Evil Mask is name and cart. I'll tell you, I'll never remember, like, whatchamacallit, certain enemy names, especially if they're like not bosses or mini bosses or anything like that. Like, I struggle. I mean, Evil Mask is an appropriate name, I think. Wait till you see me struggle with the crossover for 6. Pixel and Reboot names are as different as can be. Yeah, because these games were, for all intents and purposes, some of the only games that had scripts and databases that were as large as this one. So, of course, the translation didn't always receive the the attention it needed. But watching streams, I've been able to match up and update myself. I don't know if I want to play this game in the Pixel remaster. I don't think enough has changed from the North American cart version, other than graphics and, you know, stuff like that. Like, if I remember, what the hell? Oh, it's the cat. The newer translates are closer to real. Pretty sure it's just a translation update from the North American cart version, though. I mean, I could be wrong, but we need to just get out of this floor. Like, can we just, please? Wow, Muhammad, dude, that was pretty good. You're gonna hit Kane, aren't you? Oh, no, Rosa just got dumpstered. I mean, honestly, calling it an evil mask is probably the closest to, like, a legitimate thing that I think I'd ever call this. Oh, yeah, overkill on Edge, too. Bye. Come on, keep getting more powerful. Yeah, buddy. Okay, we're not even gonna move. We need to kind of take this a little bit more seriously. And considering all the dry ethers I have, this will be fun. Okay. We are good now. And now we are absolutely fine. Let's get to that save point. Let's check our levels, and then let's get right to it. Oh. Oh yeah. I like this party setup. It's good to stock up on ether of any kind. That is true. That is true. Easy peasy, holy moly, mac and cheesy. Yeah, that's gonna bring up our averages quite a bit. Come on. Let's go. Right, that's fine. We do not need to use an ether this close to the save point. We have begun our first measurable snow in 2 years. We got, I mean, not that we haven't had snow in 2 years, but we had a pretty bad snow recently too. It was more bad because it was like half rain, half snow for a portion of it. So like underneath the actual snow, the wet snow that fell is like this layer of ice because it froze. And because the people on my street don't know how to shovel a fucking walk. It's like crumpled ice all over the sidewalks, all over the streets. The streets are mostly cleared now because our city doesn't like facing lawsuits, so the streets are actually pretty decent, but the sidewalks are just misery around here. And when I say shovel, I mean like shovel properly. So shoveling icing or de-icing in any way you deem fit, so be it de-icer or salt or what have you. We can find if walks aren't cleared. We around here have 24 hours after the snow ends to clear the walks. And that's the same here. Everything else, be damned. Yeah, it's more or less the same. We have 24 hours to clear from the time the snow ends, and if it snows again in that 24-hour period, then it's the 24 hours after the last snow. That's how that goes. We are expected to be out while it is falling. I mean, honestly, if you want to stay on top of it, you don't want to be shoveling for hours. You want to, that's how you got to do it. But in spite of fines, in spite of like lawsuit threats and stuff like that, people around here still don't do it because, unfortunately, our bylaw guys are just, I don't think the manpower is there. Keeps it lighter, but some of the older folks need help too. That is 100% true. Alright, we're going to do a quick level check here. 57 plus, 53 plus, 57 plus, 56 plus 55 equals divided by 5. Yeah, we are at almost 56. I did say an average level of 55 or higher. That does qualify to me. Let's go. First crack at Zeramus. I think we need Rydia definitely a little bit higher, but we will see if that's necessary. Or he did. We're good. Actually, you know what? Now you got me paranoid. I thought I did save, but now you got me thinking. There are two things in video games that I'll always double check on because I'm super paranoid about them, and saving is one of them. The other thing is reloading in any game that requires a firearm. I am a fiend for reloading every time I get a chance. And I guess you could say that about saving my game too, because honestly, unless, you know, like saving is a finite resource like in Resident Evil, or you have a challenge that you're up against, or like a limitation that you're up against where you can only save so many times, I legitimately save every time, all the time. I don't care if it gets me a lower rank, or it gets me this, that, and the other. I do not care. I will save every time, all the time. Alright, let's keep moving. I'm kind of hoping Rydia will gain a couple of levels on the way down, and that'll do the trick. It's like I was mentioning earlier, the first big bang that goes off regardless of, we need it to not kill everybody, or at least 2 people, which I believe is Rydia and Edge. And I'm pretty sure that if the damage remains the same, if anything, it should just go down from the point that I last tried. But if it stays the same, we should be in a situation where, what do you call it? Should be in a situation where Edge definitely lives at this point. But Edge also has a much higher level than Rydia does, so. Oh man, it hurts so awful. I think my daughter might have like jammed one of my fingers in, and that's what's doing it. Radiation has better. Oh, Rydia, yeah. I think it was close. I think she got like 2,200 damage dealt to her or something. I don't know. I didn't watch my VODs from Friday. this weekend has been, or the last weekend has been an interesting beast, let's just say. Hate spell check for her name. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I can't imagine watching streams on mobile. Like, I know you don't really have much of a choice, but in my case, I hates it. I hates it so much. Whirlwind weekend free. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Yes, I see you, cat. Like, it wasn't bad, mind you. I mean, there was a couple of spots that weren't great, but outside of that, it was, you know, it was a pretty good weekend, all things considered. It's just very busy, very high energy, very just not the spoons that I have to give. Like, it just really, honestly. Let's get on top of healing, shall we? Okay, so now we... Whoops. Yeah, that works. Okay. Cool. Let's keep going. Alright, so... we go down one level, we go both left and right. Get more of these shurikens. Oh wait, no, elixirs. That's right. As long as I don't run into a ton of those masks or whatever, this whole trip should be mostly manageable until we end up against those Zemus's breath and what do you call it? Zemus's mind. Those are gonna be tricky, I think. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Yeah, buddy. More of those battles, please. I can post pics in Discord. I mean, yeah, you most certainly can, just as long as they're in, like, the appropriate, category. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you saw the rules when you came in. As long as they follow the rules and they're in the right, category, like, wait. I mean, do what you want. That's what I mean to say. Since I have Discord up, I'll be able to see what it is if you want to, like, do, like, a cross-reference or something with what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that item, that's totally useless. Alright, a behemoth. Not my favorite, but I will definitely do it. God, imagine dealing 4,000 damage to a behemoth in this game. Oh, especially on the hard mode. Or, I'm sorry, the version that isn't easy type. I found that the more I talk about the hard mode version, the more people don't know what I'm talking about, because apparently I've been calling it wrong all this time. The hard mode version of the game is really just the regular version, because that's how it was in Japanese. So oh, there we go, 2 more levels. I think that was just Rosa and Edge. Yep. Oh boy. Let's go. Do. I mean, that too. People don't really understand totally what the story is there. And even fewer know the story about why we got an easy mode in the first place. Yes. But that's what the easy type is. So I don't know if you've heard the whole story, but in Japan, 2 versions of Final Fantasy IV released. There was the regular release and then the easy type release, which was aimed towards younger players, which had a toned down script and events and an easier set of stats for basically everything. Well, Squaresoft, as it was called at the time, thought that North American players weren't that well versed at RPGs in general, based on some of the releases that had come out in North America. We had stuff like Legend of Zelda and Dragon Warrior and things like that. So what we ended up actually getting when Final Fantasy II finally released, we got the Japanese regular script, which was retranslated and censored by Nintendo. That wasn't actually a Squaresoft thing necessarily. That was Squaresoft translating it, sending it off to Nintendo, and then Nintendo just kind of doing its butchering that it did at that time. And then, so it got the regular mode script and events, and then got the easy mode mechanics and stats, basically. That's how that worked out. Yeah, that's basically it, is that they saw that there was games, easier games, that sold better. And people, when it first came out, and the internet was in its infancy, right after, I think, like in between Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3, there was a lot of talk on like message boards and stuff like that about this coming to be, and a lot of people didn't believe it. A lot of people didn't want to believe that a beloved video company was essentially calling out North American players and basically saying we are equivalent to children in their eyes, until Final Fantasy Mystic Quest came out and pretty much confirmed it. Anybody can say what they want. I like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest in a lot of respects. I think mechanically the game is broken, but the script has charm. Some of the music is actually really good, and honestly, it's if you get past the fact that it's basically like Final Fantasy Ultra Light, you know. What are you playing? Oh, you're playing with a spaghetti noodle. I was like, what the hell are you playing with, cat? Make me a little bit neurotic. But yeah, when Mystic Quest came out, it did a lot of that stuff, those rumors that were actual truths, but at the time they were considered to be rumors, were all but confirmed. A lot of the publications and the people who were claiming this weren't, like, the presence in Japan in the industry, as far as we knew here in North America, didn't really have the press coverage that it does now. Shit balls. I've seen Mystic Quest, remember hearing of it, just not touched it. I rented it several times and then was like, ew, this is Final Fantasy? That was my exact reaction to it, honestly. It was fun. Once I got past like the first little bit of it, it was fun. And I had to do it in the frame of not being as young as I was when I first saw it. Because that was a lot to get around. I'll tell you that. It was hard. It would have been hard for that game to get my foot in the door, so to speak. I'm so psyched to get this game done. Like, I love this game. Do not get me wrong. I love this game to bits. But I am totally psyched to move on to something different. Which isn't really going to be that much different because we're going to the after years after this, so it's going to be more or less the same game, but you know, it's the same but different. Recognition of dev. It's gotten better recently. Had Squaresoft done that in this era, they would have bought Enix, not Murders. Honestly, how to put this? They could have pulled off a murder still, or they might have bought Enix if they'd waited. So this is a story all about how a lot of people hated the thing that I loved. Squaresoft for the longest time has been a successful company that has done what they've always done. Much like a lot of successful Japanese video game companies, their whole shtick was they have a vision for things, they know what makes good games, they know what makes them money, and they know how to do it. They had a lot of really good dev members in their staff, and they knew how to utilize them properly. Companies like Konami, and I hate giving them good press, but Konami in the 90s were geniuses too. The problem is that companies in that era who listened to fans, that made games all about fan response and fan feedback, didn't succeed. One of the best examples of this is a company called Working Designs, and if you're not familiar with them, just look up a game called Lunar Silver Star Story as a great shining example of a game that focused strictly on the fan experience, on what they considered to be changes based on fan feedback and fan desire and things like that, and they sank so unceremoniously, fell straight off the map without so much as a blip, and it was sad because Working Designs was a fantastic RPG company. Fantastic. They made other games too, like Popful Mail and a fair amount of Sega CD, like shoot 'em ups and things like that. I think they made a couple of really good like side-scrolling shoot 'em ups, but the whole point is that they were a game localizing studio, basically. Them in Game Arts, but I think Game Arts is still still working, and yeah, that's true too. But this is the whole thing. The biggest point that needs to be made here is that Squaresoft, for the longest time, they felt that they had their finger on the pulse. They knew what people wanted, and when they spoke, people listened. Well, that stopped the moment Final Fantasy The Spirits Within got made. They made exactly the story that they wanted. The problem is that the market that that movie was for wanted an adaptation of a Final Fantasy story. Nobody really knew which one they wanted, but they wanted an adaptation of a Final Fantasy story. Why people expected that is beyond me, but given the star power that they hired, given the studio that they basically purchased to make it happen, based on everything that fell together, you thought we would be getting an adaptation. However, we got a completely new story with a completely different cast, absolutely, like, almost nothing that tied it to Final Fantasies that came before, other than story elements, theme elements, character elements, design elements, and, you know, like, they even tossed a Cid in there, but, you know, far be it from me to criticize anybody's thoughts on this, because Final Fantasy The Spirits Within was absolutely fantastic for what it was, but I digress. It was a huge failure for the company financially. They had to basically, like, go fire sale on a lot of shit. They sold the studio. They ended up having to sell assets that they purchased from Eidos back in the day. I don't know if you recall what Eidos was. They had to do a lot of shit that they didn't want to, and they ended up in dire straits. The problem is that because they were we want to do things our way, and we're going to continue to do it our way, they would have expected the next big Final Fantasy to be like, we have to go big. We have to, you know, give the fans what they want. Well, unfortunately, that meant making a game that made fans feel the same way they did, in opposite of their criticisms of The Spirits Within, which was focus on the crystals, less science fiction, more like dramatic elements and stuff like that, less of a love-focused storyline, you know, things along those lines. The problem is that Square being Square, they couldn't just, you know, on their next game. They had plans, and they definitely wanted to do it their way. If they had waited, and they had just kind of stepped back a little bit, they probably could have managed on their own, and we'd still be seeing games from Squaresoft today. The problem is that that's not who they are, that's not who they were, and that's not who they're going to be. So a merger with Enix, a company who had been in that same position for quite some time prior to that, they merged. They became a powerhouse. Everybody's like, Square Enix, oh my god. We have one floundering company, one nearly drowning company. You bash them together, and they sold games based on reputation alone. And their name pretty much sold a lot of fucking product. Like, a lot. I get a little bit rattled because The Spirits Within was a big deal. It was a big risk, and I wanted it to succeed. I actually did a report on it in my French class, I remember, because we were trying to demonstrate skills in French, and we had to do a presentation to prove those skills, and I did a movie review on The Spirits Within, and I did all kinds of background research. Or no, it was a preview, I think. Yes, it was a preview, and it was fantastic. Like, I was so hyped for this movie, but I already knew what it was going to be because, again, research, you know, knowing the product before you spend $12 on a fucking theater ticket. remember the announcement of the movie, my heart jumped. Then after going to see it, they knew they were in trouble. They expected that movie to sell gangbusters, and it didn't. And they were just... They got a scare put into them, I guess. Are we already there? No, we are not. Okay. This is the floor with Zemus's mind and Zemus's breath. That's right. I get wound up, like I said, because of the whole the spirits within thing. I just... Hey, nice. I wanted it to do well. I actually still have, like... I think I have a digital copy somewhere. I think I have it on my PS3. I'm pretty sure I have it on Blu-ray somewhere. I love the game. I love the movie. I absolutely love the movie. Was it the best bit of writing ever? No. Was it the best story ever to tell? No. Was it executed well? Kind of. It was, the voice acting was great for an animated movie of that time. The animation itself for a movie of that era was fantastic. The, some of these story elements were just, it was like a really decent anime brought into CG. And I think a lot of people tried to make it out to be more than that, and that was its downfall, if you ask me. I have feelings about that movie, like a lot of feelings about that movie, I think. We're gonna just go. Can we fight this one? Oh, shitballs. There we go. We're just gonna teleport out of this one because the Zemus's mind is the one that's tricky. Why did you make her cast life? You stupid bitch. Now see, I probably couldn't get her to cast 3 things like that. If it were me in control of that character, but whatever. As a result of all that, I should note, we almost got Square Play Online. We ended up with Final Fantasy X. You can't get 3 different characters to respond that fast. At least 1. Yeah, right? Right? That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. God, shit, I didn't want her to use arrows. Because if she doesn't have a shit ton of arrows going into the Zero Miss battle, I'm just not even going to consider it. That's right, bitch, because I ain't got no weakness. Boza. Oh yeah, she's equipped with a bow and a set of arrows. She's not going to be doing attacking anyways through that battle, so it doesn't really matter either way, but I want to have her do something if she has an extra turn to do something. Which I very highly doubt, but you know, better safe than sorry, as they say. Still can't get over the fact that this video game is nearly as old as I am. Like the original version. It just blows my mind. I just recently, so back in October, turned 40 myself, like I've mentioned before. So I gets it. There we go. That required 0 effort. Shit. Let's keep moving forward. Hey, another one of these. Speed. Do the man-made cracks hurt yet? Honestly, no more, no less than they had before, but that's mostly because I took really poor care of my body in my 20s. So, take that for what you will, I guess. I feel like my back hurts more often. I feel like my butt doesn't cushion quite the same way anymore. But, you know, outside of that, no different than usual, I guess. Ooh, that was nice, Cecil. That wasn't even a crit. Oh man, how many times have I gotten that with my neck? It actually is not that often, but when it does, holy shit, I'll tell you, it hurts for like days. Neck pain has kept me from being able to sleep right, which keeps me from healing my neck pain. It sucks. I don't know if that one's because of something I did to myself or what have you. Just I find that it's like if I sleep wrong one night and it's like an all-night kind of sleep, I end up, oh man, that is the worst. God, we're 10 minutes short of 2 hours already? Shit. Oh, we better get this done. Like, I hate late game grinds. How do we sleep wrong? Get sleep, fall over, nearly die, wake up. Yeah, that's true. I love sleep and I hate sleep at the same time. As a concept, I absolutely hate sleep, but the feeling it gives when I get a good night's sleep, oh, is the best. Alright, folks. Oh, shit. Of course. There we go. We actually got to run from that one. How about that shit? Alright. Alright, folks. It is go time. Oh shit, that was a waste. Already looking good. I hate that I am so tuned to third shift. It kicks things in the ass. Oh god. Third shift is like midnights, right? If I'm not mistaken, like overnights. Yeah, overnights. I absolutely hate overnight shifts. Like, with a burning passion matched only by the burning of our sun. Alright, folks, speaking of the burning of the sun, let's frickin' go. Okay, I'm gonna check my phone. You healed before the battle, they heal you for... Wait. Oh shit. Well, I mean, yeah, but I only used items. I used dry ethers. I'm pretty sure they don't use ethers. If they do, whatever. It's the last battle. Give me a break. I'm tired. Give me full... Well... Ugh, dude. You're killing me, Smalls. Whatever. It's better safe than sorry. It's just a good practice. You, the boys, been making all that noise. I can't remember. Do we ever get to see what's up those stairs? Or do we just return after the battle's done? Because I see that stairway going to something. And I didn't think so. I remember wondering about that at some point. I think it's explored a little bit in the after years, but fuck if I know. It is off limits. The Lunarians are sleeping up there. That's not up there. That's down there. It's the moon. Down, up, east, west. I don't know. You got me, man. You know, for all this talk about Zeramus in the crystal and Golbez using it, why didn't Fusoya use the crystal? Like, all this talk about pure souls and stuff like that, why didn't Fusoya use it? Like, that would only make sense, right? That's what I'm saying. Guy's pretty much an exposition machine. And why that crystal? I do think that there's some significance behind it. I think that's also a thing that gets explained in the after years somewhat. because the final crystal was like the crystal for the second moon or something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. There are 16 others to choose. That was a question I had. Because apparently that crystal is like the most powerful of them all. Basically like a, you know, one ring type of situation. Yeah, it's very possible. And like I said, I'm just guessing here because a lot of the shit that's covered in the After Years I haven't seen in, God, it's probably been at least 10 years. That's a game I have not played a lot of, and I actually really enjoyed it. Some of the plot points are a little bit out there, but basically there was a concept that was talked about in this game but never really explored, that there's a second moon, and the second moon plays into a lot of why the Lunarians came into Earth in the first place. I won't spoil it too much more beyond that because my understanding of the game is very loosey-goosey, but Fusoya tells you in this about it, why they showed up and hide as well. Yeah, but I mean, there's a guy in Mysidia, I believe, is like just a do-nothing NPC that he, oh god, what is it called? An observatory? Like he runs an observatory, and you can look in the telescope at different points in the game. You can actually see for yourself that there's two moons, and then at a later point in the game, the second moon has just disappeared, and the guy comments on it, and that's like the last you hear of it. And it's so weird to me, but then the After Years comes out and just like seeks to explain it entirely, and it really changes the context of a lot of stuff, like a lot. Alright, folks, we're gonna get right into it here. They patched this story. There wasn't a ton that didn't make sense, though. Like, it was kind of out there for the time, but it wasn't like a crazy to understand story if you paid attention. Got a story for after this. Alright, cool. Provided, you know, we get anywhere with this. Wait, what? Oh, for fuck's sake. The dart didn't go? Why didn't... Okay. Usually Big Bang goes off much quicker than this. And that's usually not the response to a summon either. This is weird. There's the Big Bang we were looking for. How did we do? Come on. Fucking still annihilates most of the party. God damn. But we only have to revive one character, which is like... We're already like... Yeah, it's an improvement. A massive improvement. And as such, we're gonna have an easier time of dealing damage as well. So now that we can focus on dealing damage, going through the phases becomes a lot easier too. Still does way too much damage to Rydia though. Oh, there we go. There we go. So the thing about getting multiple actions in after he shakes has some credence to it. That's fine. That's fine. Just let Rosa have a turn.
Was the bio first?
Okay, well, it might be part of the pattern and I just don't remember. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. As long as we keep this up, we are in good shape. I think we've already moved through the first phase. Like, we've done enough damage that... Oh! Oh, that's so much damage. I love it. Let's go, Edge. Let's fucking go. Yeah. We've done a lot of damage. I'm in thoroughly... We are in a much, much better place right now. Timing is way... Well, when I'm not too worried about how much damage is being dealt, it's kind of a different story. Paints a very, very different picture. Okay, that wasn't as good, but that's fine. Damage is damage is damage. As long as we can get 2 Cure 4s off, like, I can handle whatever gets thrown at me. It's just a matter of just staying in that rotation. Oh, that flare is looking real nasty. Oh, shit is it ever. Alright, that's fine. We just gotta stay in the rotation. We'll make space for it later. A win with 4 characters out of 5 is still a win. We're gonna have to start using his regular attacks. That's fine. That sucks. Wow, that only hit 1 character? Shit, I'll take it. Alright, now we got life 2. What's your HP situation? Not bad. Not bad. We're looking good. We're looking good. Okay, who's that gonna hit? Edge? Okay, that's fine-ish. I was about to look at Edge and go, what is sleep? Away with you. Handled. And fucking destroyed. Goodbye. Oof. I believe there's a phrase for turn of phrase for a situation like this. I believe it's called "bye, bitch." See you later. Yeah, that is an appropriate emote. Very appropriate. Bye, Zeromus. See you again the next time I decide to take on the Game Boy Advance port of this, which was fantastic, and I love the additional content the Game Boy Advance port did. Alright, now I actually have to dictate. I will not perish as long as evil lurks in the hearts of man.
String_fellow_hawk just redeemed hydrate.
Alright. Oh shit. I'm missing. I'll finish this off, I guess. It's not much, but it will do. Incredible. To think that you all had that much power. The blue planet has evolved so much while we've been asleep. Ha! To hear Iridia talk, I should be the missing link. But about those final words that Zeromus left. As long as evil hearts still exist, everyone holds both good and evil in his soul, just like there are crystals of light and darkness. And again, we didn't fight Zeromus, we really fought the concept of evil in man's hearts. Which was something that started in Final Fantasy III, but... because Final Fantasy 1 was about chaos. Final Fantasy 2 was about the Emperor, who was so badass, even hell couldn't contain him. And then third was Cloud of Darkness, and it was this abstract concept, and Zeromus, same deal. And it just kind of spiraled from there. I think X-Death was not a concept. I mean, kind of, but not like in the same sense, where it's like the concept of evil, or the concept of ever-standing shadows and darkness, or anything along those lines, or like an 8 where it's like time compression with a K. I'm pretty sure the deal with 5 was X-Death was being controlled by a higher power, and you fought that higher power in like a port. I think the Game Boy Advance port, actually. Alright. Evil will never disappear as long as humans continue to band together. Cherishing the ideals of virtue, trust, and honor, it will never triumph. Preach on, brother. God, Edge, if you could just do us all a favor and shut your mouth. I make it my personal responsibility to be a bastion of virtue. Oh, I bet. Bastion of virtue. What the hell are you talking about? It's almost a miracle that someone like you didn't get possessed by Zemus. This pretty face? Evil? That'd be a crying shame. At least the blue planet will be lively with you two around. Enough from the children, Edge. Now, I must return to my sleep. What will you do? We're going to return to our world. Everyone's waiting for us. I see. You have wonderful friends. I will look forward to meeting with your people again. May I go with you? Yes. I can't go back. Not after what I've done. And I'd also like to meet my father's people. I see. You also have Lunarian blood flowing in your veins. But it will be a long sleep. I know. I'll be sleeping. I won't notice how long it is. Brother. I see. I'm not worthy to be called your brother. I've caused you so much pain back then. I was arrogant, merciless, unforgiving. Now I stand before you a broken, defeated, but penitent man. Maybe I can comfort the ache of my soul in sleep. A day, a week, a millennium. I am sleeping. They call that the Futurama rule. You don't notice how long you're sleeping when you're sleeping. We must go now. I pray for peace on the blue planet. Your prayers won't mean squat in about a couple of years. Come, we must go. Actually, it's more than a couple of years, like 10 years or something, but I digress. Yes. Cecil, forgive him as you did me. He's your brother. Farewell. Cecil. Well, sure, Edge is the one that gets through to him. Farewell. Brother. Thank you. Cecil? We got there. And see, you can even see it there. 2 moons orbiting the blue planet. Edge's royalty, he would reflex to listen to a crown yet. Just wait. One born from the mouth of a dragon, rising towards the heavens, with light in darkness. A sleeping promise shall awaken. Veiled in the light of eternity, Mother Earth shall be blessed with mercy and salvation. Doesn't the one moon go away or something? The moon has begun to seek its own light. One man, separated from his world by the stream of time, sleeps. Alright, the topic of today's lessons is... Wait, oh crap. Have you been practicing your teleport spell? Yes, sir. What about your Dejan spell, Porum? Not again. I'm not advancing it at this rate. Just putting that out there. I'm gonna have to focus. And then I single-handedly killed the teeming hordes of undead on Mount Ordeals. As you can imagine, I was tired, but no rest for the weary. Cecily needed to cast my very powerful blizzard blah 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 blah. I can't do it. Jesus, dude. Did you just do the verbal equivalent of a dick pic? Your fire rod. Oh, I bet. I bet. He was just reaching up. Oh. Oh man, Edge is not just an ass man. That Edge is like... He is addicted. Got a weak streak. Oh goodness. Yeah, he's you know, for those who know, he's got some seriously strong sub energy, that's for sure. The Silverback Brigade. What? Oh, you put the pictures in Twitch. That's why I got the notification. Would it be possible, like, I know you posted that in there, is it possible that you can move that over to, I don't know what channel that would go in necessarily, like photos maybe? I really gotta focus. That was a bad idea. Just saying. Oh, Kane. Kane, don't make it like you're doing this because you have shame. You're doing this because, oh dear God, Rosa's with somebody else. Basically, he's doing like the FF4 version of
Rosa, 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 oh yeah, beautiful Rosa.
This is terrible. The moon is... I don't know how they're able to get this view from the observatory, but cool. He is crying in his beer. He is most certainly crying in his beer. I feel like that guy would have a live journal account or whatever the Final Fantasy IV equivalent is. The kind of live journal account that would be used in a trial. I moved them and added a few, I think. Okay, cool. Bye-bye, Moon. Bye. 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 Yeah, level up. I just swallowed a fly. What's wrong, Cecil? Oh, nothing. You know, I can't seem to get through 5 minutes without dramatic silence and pauses. Listen, Sid, Father, I was snorking. Thank you. We were doing the Royal Snorks. Do they have 2 beds? I just noticed this. They have 2 beds. Why do they have 2 beds? You know what? No, I'm not judging, but I'm just saying. Why do they have 2 beds? For all this, like, public displays of affection through times of, like... in times of, like, danger... It's really concerning to me. Not only are they hyper monogamous, but then also sleep in 2 beds. Oh, hold on. I got a thing for that.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
Yeah, I'm sure it's legitimately just like, hey, look, sprites, right? We're not gonna make a whole new sprite for a queen size bed or a king size bed. We're just gonna have 2 bed sprites and put them next to each other. I'm sure that's what it was, but... After all this, like, seriously, it really rubs me the wrong way for Kane as a character. Like, he seems like he turns a new leaf and ends up with a party and helps save the world, so on and so forth. But he still won't show up for, like, a fucking coronation ceremony? Like, come on. Grow up here, dude. That's a terribly reductive phrase. I will just put that out there. Terribly reductive. But also, man, come on. Show a little maturity. There we go. That's better. The Wool had a king-size bed, but no Rosa be holding out for the crown and jumped by the dragoon. And that's it. That is... Oh, that's the final credits, folks. Oh. GG's indeed. GG's. Oh. This is... I'm gonna go and I'm gonna update the panels right now. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Just give me a second. We're gonna go ahead and go to channel and mute the tab real quick. There we go. Man, that was... Considering how miserably I failed in the last run, I was like, I wasn't sure if the run I was gonna take this time was gonna do the trick. I thought I was really unsure of myself. I'll be honest. The first attempt was rough, yeah. That's a word. Let's go ahead and put that in my completed section now. And we're gonna go above and we're gonna put this in current. And then that's done. That's another game completed, folks. So this molting like a molten glass on the tonsils. That sounds like just terrifying. So the games that we've completed on stream from the time that we started doing Let's Plays, JRPG Let's Plays on this channel, even from back when I just started as Azure Hailfire, we did Suikoden 2, Super Mario RPG, this SNES. I should actually correct the title here. So Legend of the Seven Stars, because that's specifying. Apparently calling the new Super Mario RPG is calling it a remaster is like a faux pas now, which is stupid. But I digress. So Super Mario RPG for the SNES, Sea of Stars, Super Mario RPG for the Switch, and then this game we played today. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games under our belts. It's we doing good. I mean, especially considering my schedule for these 3 days a week, 2.5 hours per. Like, we doing good. It's gonna let me do anything beyond here. I don't think so. Is that like the end? Nope, reset. Okie dokie. Wow. And right on time too. Like, quite literally right on time. Could not have happened any more I don't think this could have happened any more perfectly. Honestly, I'm gonna close the panels now. Alright, well, let's go over a few things. Let's leave that music going, that sweet, sweet prelude. Let's move to this. If it doesn't freeze. Okay, yeah, story time, so let's hear it. Yeah, go for it, man. I'm down. I'm gonna have some time before my partner gets back from a late date night anyways, so hit me with it. What do you got? Oh, hold up. First run versus Zemus. Did not know about using the crystal. Oh no. Oh. I don't mean to laugh at you, man, but that's... Oh. I will tell you, I had something similar. I had no idea how to use the crystal at first, the first time I tried to beat up Zemus / Zeramus. I didn't know it was an item. I thought it was like a command or an ability that I got, and I struggled to find how to use the crystal. I thought it could have been anybody, so I struggled with the first character that came up, and I don't know if it was Kane before. Watched him shaking first form, thought he was just drifting off screen. Oh goodness. That's fun. Oh man. Yeah. My major hang-up the first time through was just learning how to use a crystal. I didn't know Cecil had to be the one to use it, and I didn't know that it was an item that I had to use. So I got locked up for a while too, but oh man. Got there. We got there, and everything's ready for the after years, so we'll be ready to go for that on Wednesday. That's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna have to relearn everything for after years, I think. Just gonna be fun. I know you usually come in about an hour into the stream. So if you want to learn about the game, I do put all of my stuff up on my YouTube, which I'm going to post a link to right here. So you can catch up on like story details and what have you like that on any of the VODs that I post and what have you. So you're free to do that. Tomorrow, provided kiddo actually goes to daycare, I'm gonna try my best to get an impromptu gaming session done, so you can watch me flounder around at Apex Legends. I'm gonna try and start working at music. I think I'm gonna try and get back into the swing of things, so you might see me doing some random stuff that I'll post on my Discord. Probably just tunes from games that I've completed. That was the thought that I had. Then once I feel like I've sufficiently gotten into the groove of it, I'll start working on the Chrono Trigger / Chrono Cross album that I have plans for and I just haven't worked on lately. Let's see. I'm also going to be working a little bit more, like I mentioned, I think a couple of streams ago. I'm going to try and focus off of writing so much and try and make long-form YouTube content that isn't streams. So stuff like game theories and basically talking head stuff like this, where I will write a script, but then I'll talk it out. That's the idea, because a lot of people are having trouble with some of my written content, unfortunately. I've talked to people on Twitter. I will not be calling it by its current name. There's no reason, and I won't. I've been talking to some people on Twitter specifically about Final Fantasy VII theories in regards to remake and the upcoming rebirth. And some people have, let's say, reservations about going to a WordPress blog about it, whereas when it's YouTube content, people have zero issues, and it shows everything. Like, you could just click the video in Twitter, on Discord, on wherever it's embedded. So it's just easier for people to consume the content. And that might be how I do reviews, blogs, and theories in the future. It sucks, but I think that's how a lot of that type of content is moving now. And, well, I say moving as if it hasn't already gone like full-fledged there, but that's where it is. And I don't think me being stubborn is the way to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump ship, and hopefully it'll be a good time. I'm not good with like scripted talking, as you guys all know. So that's that. So next game is gonna be Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. I'll be playing that at on Wednesday, first stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My partner, Starberry Jams. I wonder if she's even in the chat right now. I don't think she is, but she could be, I guess. She is not. Trying to think. Trying to find her schedule so I can say accurately what she's playing. I'm pretty sure she's playing Stardew Valley, but I'm not sure. Hey! Well, we all know it's officially a stream because we got a goat scream, and this one didn't scare the shit out of me this time. Let's see. So yes, she is playing Stardew Valley, and she'll be playing tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you like cozy gaming, you like cozy vibes, you just like a good entertaining time, and you like Stardew Valley or games like it, like Harvest Moon, like I do, it's gonna be a good stream. Stardew Valley is always a good time, and I love it, and I love her, and it was a fun chat. She's definitely a lot more busy than my streams usually are, unfortunately, but I also pick games to play that don't have a set community, unfortunately. And a lot of the games in the cozy community, like Animal Crossing, like Stardew Valley, like Palia, like stuff like that, are a little bit more in tune with their very tightly knit community. So I understand the difference, but it kind of sucks sometimes. What can you do, right? I do what I do, and I like what I do. If you want to tune in, cool. If you don't, oh well. I appreciate any and all banter that happens here, and anything that happens to me and for me is amazing. Speaking of, I got these guys. If you like me, you know how to do it. Even better that you like it. Makes it more fun. I agree, Hawk. I really agree. I feel like if you like what you do, it'll come across and it'll make for way better content than some of the prefabricated, staged, or any of that, because a lot of times I feel like you're not really viewing a person, you're viewing a character. I gotta be really careful with this because I don't want to step on anybody's toes, because there's a lot of people out there in certain communities. I'm not gonna name names, but there's a lot of people who I feel are more caricatures of people as opposed to actual people, and I don't like that. Rage quit stream can be hilarious if it is raw. Well, you might want to tune in some point tomorrow morning or / afternoon, because me playing Apex is is a thing. Fortnite isn't too bad. When I play Fortnite, I got into an event for that not too long ago, and because a lot of people in my periphery are playing Fortnite right now, and Fortnite is not hard on unranked if you know what to do, and it's not hard to figure out what you need to do. It's just a matter of like luck of the draw type like shit. But with Apex, holy hell, you could win one round with your squad and get absolutely devastated the moment you hit the ground in the next. It is absolutely insane how different the game styles are, and the map styles, and just the approach in general is much more fast paced and a lot more like you got to know shit about shit in order to succeed. So I'm not quite there yet, but I'm doing all right. Okay, well, that's okay. And there's a lot of streamers that do Apex, especially now that there's a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth crossover event, which is why I'm playing it. I got a few levels in it when I first got into Apex. I didn't really get very far because I'm not very good at it. And now that there's a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth crossover event happening, I'm like, fuck, now I gotta do this. And I've been somewhat enjoying myself, so you guys will get to see me floundering around in Apex for a bit. And I'm gonna say, I don't get this, I don't know this a lot, and I'm gonna say fuck this a lot. Well, if you want to check it out, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Generally speaking, between 11 and 2 is like the sweet spot for games like that. But I have not researched it, I'll be honest. I haven't done the research on it. The idea tomorrow is I'm going to get a solid session in with... what was the other thing that I wanted to do? A solid session in with music, a solid session in with Apex that I'll play on stream, then get some chores done. I got job search that I'll do with breakfast in the morning. I wish I could schedule it, but I mean, I was already behind on shit today. I'll be honest. Kiddo stayed home, and this weekend was a whirlwind, and last week was just shit. So I get a lot of that stuff too. I have a lot of people that I follow on Twitch, and I really gotta just uninstall the app from my phone. I never watch anything on my phone. It's either on my this computer, my old laptop in the living room, or my my iPad, which I don't use it for that very much anymore. I use my iPad for Ever Crisis and Magic the Gathering. That's about it. This new week, though, I honestly had high hopes initially. Then we got notice about a possible public transit strike that was pushed back. That was announced yesterday, and then this cold snap and this huge wind push that we were getting today was just like, 2024 is off to a fucked start, man. Like, it's just... Maybe for tax return, I may buy a laptop. Yeah. I hear that there's a lot of areas in Philly where the wind just gathers and just gets stronger in between, like, office buildings and shit. Hawk, if you would like, and I'm just putting this out there, if you're going to go out and get yourself... Oh, transportation strike. Shit, yeah. If you want, and you're going to go and buy a laptop and you don't know what to get, don't go to a place like Best Buy or anything like that before consulting me if you don't know what you're going to get. I can get you a good deal on something, and I'm not saying this as, you know, hey, you know, you want these, say, secondhand laptops or something. No. I just don't want you to get rung up in, like, snake oil or some shit like that. And, I would like you to get something that's more bang for your buck. So, if you want, I have, like, I'm pretty sure I have, like, a tech-related, channel in my Discord, I believe. I could be wrong. I do not have a tech-related channel. What is wrong with me? Okay, but you can consult me personally if you want, and I really don't care how you do it. I like helping people, and tech is like something that's like second nature to me. So you are free. I mean, I run 2 streamers in my house off of one computer. The multimedia setup. You should see. One of these days I'm gonna post pictures of the Frankenstein monster that is the streaming setup for from my TV to my computer. Is absolutely nuts. I have no slouch for CPU equipment. Have never updated myself. Honestly, if you have like old school computer knowledge, in my opinion, computers have gotten easier to put together. In my opinion, it's just a matter of reading up on the knowledge on how things interact and like the standards for equipment and stuff. I had a gap of about like 10 years a while back where I wasn't really up to snuff. I think it was when DDR3 RAM first released. That was a long time ago. Where I was just picking up on new information because, well, rough time in my life, I guess. And yeah, and it took nothing to pick up, and now it's even gotten easier since then. Putting together a computer is like putting together a Snap-on model. If you want to just not make it look pretty, it is super ridiculously easy to put together a computer these days, or a desktop computer, I should say. Finding a modular laptop is absolutely damn near impossible to get on a budget. This is turning into a different type of stream. Let's go. If you want to catch me tomorrow, I'd be more than happy to have you. I gotta wrap this up though because I gotta get to bed. I want to be horizontal at a decent time tonight. Thank you for tuning in. You are awesome, Hawk. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you coming by and having chats. It is the best when you come by, especially when you're one of few that does, because in all honesty, sometimes it's hard to come by. So I really appreciate you coming by. I really appreciate you talking. You're awesome. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That said, thank you to everybody who supported me through this game, and thank you to everybody out there in internet land, just period, end of story. If you watch this on YouTube or via VOD, thanks for the numbers, man. Have a good one. I will see you guys on Wednesday, or if you're coming in on Star's stream tomorrow night. Or maybe tomorrow afternoon / morning whenever I do go on stream, if I do that. If everything goes to plan, should be fine. But yeah, one way or the other, hope to see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have yourselves a wonderful night. I'm out of here. I gotta get some sleep. Take care, everyone.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? Well, I can't. I'm buying clothes. All right, well, hurry up and come over here. Well, I can't find them. What do you mean you can't find them? I can't find them. There's only soup. What do you mean there's only soup? It means there's only soup. Well, then get out of the soup aisle! All right, you don't have to shout at me. There's more soup. What do you mean there's more soup? There's just more soup. Go into the next aisle. There's still soup. Where are you right now? I'm at soup. What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you!